It is started.
I was trying to break your hair, but I
Okay.
figure out how to braid it. It was short.
Alright, everyone.
Leva, maybe stop strangling Michael so that we can all actually concentrate?
Alright.
That could be fun.
You don't like being picked up, do you?
I just like learning, and also I'm covered in stuff.
Alright. Back to workshop of game writing. Okay, so optimal way to write character sheets. Get like a half a page each. Just, you know, say what the character's about, get the important details, and send these out a week before, along with group descriptions and world background, because then your players have a week to character development and get a feel for the character. So it's a lot more effective than it would be if you just gave them a ton of information at the last minute, which they just forget. So yeah, optimal character writing. Sure, question.
Did we talk about the different ways you could write a character description? Like how you can be a description, but it could also potentially be a narrative of an event in the character's life, or something like that.
Ah, yes. Aaron just popped it up. Yeah, a lot of the character sheets I write are sort of a little bit of like where they're from, then a very short story of an event that happened to them, and define them as a character. Illustrates a lot of what they're about. Yeah, one example of this I can think of that just really surfaces in my head really well is Dimitri's character in Dichotomy, Jason. So, started with, you know, comes from a seafaring fishing village, and trained to be a warrior and stuff. Then one night, out on the sea, in a longboat with his companions, they ran into a storm. Lightning all over the place, water sloshing the boat back and forth, storm clouds gathering all over the place. And so, lightning came down and struck him. But he felt it flowing through him and pushed it out into the sky. And then he realized he was one of the people in this world who have power over an element, specifically lightning. And so then what he did was climb up onto the top of the mast and began shouting at the sky and the storm and the clouds to go away. And then they did. And so he piloted the ship back to port and went on to be a champion and run into his nemesis and other stuff leading up to the game, yeah. Yeah, leading up to what he was doing in the game. That's always an important thing. Make sure your characters know why they're there and what they're trying to accomplish. Oh, actually, other important thing for writing characters, motivations. You generally how we do things, you know, you're a character who's in a group of other characters. You want to give the group a motivation that all the characters have their reasons for pursuing. They can have the same reasons for pursuing them. That's fine. Like, if they're just trying to save the world, they can all be doing it to save the world. A lot of people like saving the world. But also, give each character a personal motivation. which can be related to their group one, but different enough that they can accomplish one and not the other. And will generally do different things to accomplish one.
For example, actually, one of the first LARPs I ever was in, actually, was at a con. It was a Firefly LARP, and my character was basically Jane, which was really funny because I was playing that character and I was like 14 or something. But
that sounds adorable.
yeah, there was this lady, and you know, the person playing
Did you
her
swear?
was actually a lady, and my character had a crush on her. So at one point near the end, I was like, "So you think if we make it out of this, maybe we could go and get a drink or something?" She was like, "Yeah, maybe." And so my character both wanted to save the day and get out alive, but also have a drink with this lady.
Yeah, that's basically the best pair of character motivations, FYI. Save the world.
Get the girl.
Yeah, or the guy. Or the non-gendered person.
Save the world, destroy your nemesis.
That was
Save the world, find your actual father.
awesome.
Save the world.
Yeah, yeah, naturally, personal motivations work better if they're personal. You should be the personal motivation needs to be something that it doesn't really work if like they get someone else to do it. It just doesn't work that way. It's important to make it like that. Which most good.
It's okay, someone else asked out the girl. That's the same thing, right?
Oh man! Side note about romances. For the purposes of game writing, the best romantic flow things have complications. Like, even if like a good optimal thing is love triangle, two people going for the same person in the middle, kind of undecided. Yeah, no, it is kind of more of a carrot. You can also do an actual triangle, like person A is going for person B is going for person C is going for person A. Yeah, totally good way to do it. But even if person A and person B are attracted to each other, make it complicated. Make them in different cultures or like different
Already
factions that are opposed to each other.
Make them awkward.
Um,
However,
werewolf hunter.
However, please do it more Pride and Prejudice and less Jane Eyre. Because it's okay to have one person be all like, oh no, class differences, and, you know, I don't know if I can do this because I don't want to marry below myself, but I like you. As opposed to, I have done horrible things and I have a wife locked in the attic and we can never be together until finally the house burns down and I lose my sight and like some of my limbs are disabled. Jane Eyre!
Anyway, what she said.
That is what she said.
And if you're kind of centering on the question. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Furthermore, if A and B are already together, at least one of them must be looking askance in one of the other directions towards character C.
Or one of them can be too angsty to notice the other one's affections.
Or one of them could
That's
die.
that's
You
di-
could write a
that's
whole
different
game
from
where
them being.
everyone is
That's different from them already being.
And like can't say anything.
Okay.
Whoever is distracted, or one of them could be
I like the
someone
same,
that they
yeah.
at first think
I
is their old
feel like
bottle of,
Yes.
but says that she's actually like a relative,
Yes.
and then eventually gets the person to try and bring him out the first person, and then stabs him.
Yep, this is true.
Every
That was wonderful. Oh, acting on Aaron's part. Yes, I was very innocent. Very innocent.
And then they got stabbed.
Let's move on. Flow.
Okay.
Myself and he cut my legs off.
My sheet, haven't
Yes, I have.
Oh,
you? It is kind of right there.
Continuing.
One last final note on writing characters. Don't waste your breath telling me about the cool character you're going to cast me as. I'm looking at you, Spencer. Although,
What?
I already know they're going to be awesome because I'm going to play them.
You look so pretty in a dress.
Tom, can I tell you about the super cool character I'm going to cast you as?
No.
Hey, Tom,
Can
can I
I
tell you about the super cool character I'm not casting you as?
I can't decide whether to cast you as him. Because I can't figure out who else to cast as him, but...
Just move on, Tom.
Okay,
Ignore the
actually-
gallery.
Actually, more my point is, you want to avoid recasting as much as possible, since,
Well,
Yeah.
just think of what a letdown it is if you actually have to switch around casting.
exactly.
Yep, my game broke. Because I was writing it for like 3 years. Don't do that either.
Yeah. Also, players can be pretty meandering and capricious about what they want to play 1 month and the other. It can change. Although I admit, I do kind of always want to play a barbarian dragon knight, regardless of setting or circumstances.
Hint, hint.
I do have two main
Moving on.
types.
Oh?
I do have two main types, in retrospect.
Oh wait, this is tangent.
Yeah.
Okay. Flow. Wait, no. I'm gonna talk about setting a bit. I forgot to
Skipping
put
ahead.
an adding action here.
It's
Okay.
a forest.
So
Always. Played in a forest. It is not worth it.
when you're writing a
I love your shirt. Thank you.
Oh hey.
That was nice.
Tavros! Okay.
Yay.
So the thing about making a good setting is your setting isn't a long detailed history of all the different nations and battles and things that have happened. Nor is it the exact mechanics of how magic and stuff works in your setting. Nor is it the specific level of technology. Your setting is those things kind of mixed together to create an overall theme.
Basically, write down specifically what your characters will take for granted, because that's basically forms the world for them.
Exactly. Things that set the tone. Things that characters actually need to know, which is probably less than you think. In fact, if there is a ton of stuff that your characters need to know and remember, they're probably going to forget a bunch of it and have to improvise the existence of elves and dwarves in your game that doesn't have elves and dwarves. Anyway,
Assume their mind is
I feel like there should be a third finger up here, but you know what? Two's probably good.